Crocs like I don't care. Okay, no, she's not going to be cancelled. She is Africa's gem.
I gotta tell you something I could.
Hey fam, what's up? How are you doing? This intro thing is not for me because I just start acting awkward as soon as I'm like saying hi. I turn into this hi person. Anyways, today I really want us to talk about this topic. Most of you might know her. Her name is Chimamanda. That's the woman I want to talk about today. She's a Nigerian writer, famous woman, very talented, articulate, smart, just all around. She's just dope. Recently, I have noticed she was trending on Twitter and people were dragging her. And I'm not here for it. I am not. I can't accept this. This is nonsense. As far as I'm concerned, all those people that were hating on her, you can kick rocks. Yeah, and I mean it. Rewind. Let me tell you why she was being dragged, why she was trending, and why I'm talking about her. She wrote an article. I found it on chimamanda.com. It's her own website. So she wrote an article titled "It is Obscene, a True Reflection," and then there were 3 parts to it: part 1, part 2, part 3, and I loved all of them. She's just a good writer, you know. I would like to say I read all her books, but I didn't. I only read 2, but I am planning on reading more in December. December's book plan is her book called Americana, so I'm going to read that. So for now, it's about the article. People got pissed at her, and I was like, the irony of it all, because in that article, what she's talking about is the exact same thing what people were doing. She was talking about this cancel culture and how famous people are almost not treated as humans, and people can just get up and lie about them and then they get believed. And you know, it's a weird thing, and I get it. Nowadays I understand. Like I've been in the other side of just judging and saying, yeah, they're famous, they have it good, so I mean, it might be true, there's some truth to it if somebody's saying this. I've said that before, but now that I'm grown, I'm more like, okay, where are the receipts? I need to see the receipts. If you're saying ABCD about this person, where is the receipt? Otherwise, I'm going to take it as allegedly, or I'm going to say it's your word, you know, against theirs. So I am slow to judge nowadays, but I feel what she's saying. So first, I want to read for you something that she said I really loved. Look at my notebook. I'm a notebook junkie, for those of you who are interested. So she said, "The assumption of good faith is dead. What matters is not goodness, but the appearance of goodness. We are no longer human beings. We are now angels jostling to out-angel one another. God help us. It is obscene." Those her words, and I second that. I am with that. I get what she's trying to say. Nowadays, I have been noticing the same thing with this, you know, social justice warrior movement going on. You know, I find nothing wrong with fighting for people, fighting for people's rights, and you know, demanding people to know better, or like not demanding, but encouraging people to know better and to do better. If they didn't know about this, they need to know now, so that, you know, we can make this world a better place. But when it comes to nowadays social media, it's not exactly that. Like, if you genuinely want to, and she mentioned that in her article, if you genuinely are curious or you're confused, people would be like, okay, here is the mantra, take that mantra, repeat it. And nobody wants to explain to you what exactly that cause is, or what exactly they are fighting for. And then when you're asking questions, you are like all sorts of dash phobia, dash blah blah. They're like, it has become this weird place, and people feel like they are holier than you. And you can tell that it's an act. Even like people on mainstream media, you'll see news anchors and you're like, that I call BS. Like, it's so unbelievable, but the way they act is, we care for people, we're for people, and how dare this person made a mistake, how dare, like, I am not for, by the way, I'm not up for, I don't like cancel culture. I just don't, me personally. Like, for example, I did a story about Chrissy Teigen on Philip Scott's show, and then she was the main person for cancel culture. She got people canceled left and right. Like, that was her thing, Chrissy Teigen, John Legend's wife, right? So now it's her turn, and people are dragging her. She's losing brand deals and all that. Then she didn't think about it. She's like, somebody made a mistake, who cares, cancel them. And she didn't care. Now that it's her, she's apologizing, she wants to be forgiven. As much as she's a hypocrite and I don't like what she did, I don't want her to be canceled. I just want her to face consequence. Like, everything we do should have, and it does have, like, an effect. Like, every reaction has what is it called? Every action has a reaction. Like, life is supposed to be that way. What goes up goes down. That's life. That I don't mind, because at the end of the day, that's why we have court system, that's why we have judges and lawyers and all that, as well as karma. That will get you. I feel like Chrissy Teigen is getting her karma. So with all that, like, with people I've seen they don't seem like good people, I still wouldn't want them canceled. I want them to learn. I want them to be better, or at least go to jail if they've done something that is illegal. They need to face the justice system. Like, everything has its place, and this cancel culture doesn't make sense to me, because it's more like the liars are going to be approved and be applauded, because they're the ones that want to they're the ones that want to act like they're holy and they're for this cause and that cause, and they're always politically correct. And what kind of human being is that? Like, think about it. All of us have different opinions, have different, like, unless and otherwise you don't think for yourself. Of course, if you don't think for yourself and you follow everybody else, yeah, it makes sense. You can agree with everyone, but it's so hard to agree with every perspective, every social justice situation, every, cause. It's hard. Even if you care for those, there's one you can invest yourself in. There's one you can just relate and stuff, right? Sorry. There's one you can invest yourself and your resources. So I understand what she's saying, and I get it. And in this article, she talks about people that have really messed with her. Like, she let them in, she helped them out, and they turned around and stabbed her in the back. And on social media, like, they were cool. Imagine, like, they're good, and then they know her, they have her phone number, but they go and create this drama outside for social media streets to gain some kind of popularity, or clout, as they call it, clout chasing. So she made me understand what exactly she felt like. I know she's famous. I know she's this awesome, dope writer that is, award winning. Like, she's just all that. But at the same time, she's human. She's famous, but she should still feel the pain that people feel, and especially the betrayal of people hurts the same, even if you're famous or not. Anyways, I'll put the link down below for the article. Go and read it. It's a really nice read. The reason why I came to talk about this is because I'm not up for this new generation trying to cancel Chimamanda. As I said in the beginning of this video, you can kick rocks. Like, I don't care. Okay, no, she's not going to be canceled. She is Africa's gem. She's a Nigerian author that is just, representing us in another level. Not just, she's not mediocre. Okay, she's not one of those randoms you can just pick and cancel like one of your Hollywood goons. We're not going to allow that. We are not canceling her. You can go attempt, but it's not gonna work. If anything, you're proving her point. This is so ridiculous, because she wrote about her experience. You want to come for her and tell her you are not a feminist. That was so funny. She is a feminist. She claims that she's a feminist. She's all about women empowerment and everything, and good for her. So now they want to come at her and tell her that she's not actually that, and I'm like, who the hell are you to come and tell somebody how they look at themselves? It's just it's ridiculous. But anyways, I am here to defend my sister. She did not do anything wrong. If anything, go read her article. You will understand what she's talking about instead of just reading the headlines and running with it. And the funny thing is, people did not even read it. They just saw the title and people retweeting it, like Snowden retweeted it, Ben Shapiro, like a conservative what do you call it? He's not a journalist. Is he a journalist? Like, he has a show and stuff. Ben Shapiro commented, retweeted her, and then Piers Morgan, the British anchor that just he's also a journalist, right? So Piers Morgan, the one that resigned after, Meghan Markle, he just keeps going at her, and eventually he quit because of her. So these people retweeted her. So now fans underneath that are saying, if they retweeted it and they co-signed it, this article must be trash. And I'm like, what kind of reasoning is this? Okay, don't like it. Don't like them. It's fine. You don't have to like the people that retweeted her, but does it change the fact that she's telling the truth? Does it like, if these three men came and said killing someone is bad, we're going to assume that killing someone is good because they said it, and so it must be a bad thing? What? Yeah. Nowadays, like, social media can be a weird place, and I wonder, are those the same people that I live with around, like those average people like us, really? Or there are actual trolls online that get paid to say random things, or they are actually like people that we might know, that's our neighbor, that's our friend? That is ridiculous. If that's the case, which I think it is, not most of them, of course. There are some that are just trolls. There are some that just want to be retweeted and just attack that person and get that satisfaction of, I've been seen, because they have a miserable life. But there are actual people that just follow whatever one side tells them, just because they belong to that side. Nowadays, I always like to identify as something. I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that, I'm from this. Like, I loved belongingness. I love community. Now, as I'm growing, I am more skeptical to choose a side. It's like, yes, I can appreciate some things from your side, but I can also appreciate from that side, because I've noticed when I pick a side and I'm like, I'm this, I've noticed you become blind to the shady things that goes on in that department, or in that organization, or in that group, tribe that you chose. You just try to be blind, and you don't want to see the things that are going on, you see. But if you're an outsider and you're trying to pick and choose which one you like from this, which one you like from that, and like put it together and make sense out of life, that makes sense more to me right now. But I understand eventually you need to have a tribe. When I say tribe, I don't mean that this tribe from a country. No, I mean like community, any ethnicity, any nationality. I'm not talking about that, any gender. It's just people together, like belonging to a group is what I'm trying to say. But from what I can see, it makes people more blind to the things. It makes us biased. So I'm not even sure if I want to do that yet at this point in my life. As you grow, as you know better, you change. Maybe I'll change my mind. But as of now, all I know for sure is this is a bunch of BS. Chimamanda didn't do anything wrong. And for those people that are attacking her on Twitter, it says more about you than her, or anything for that matter. Anyways, guys, do let me know down below what your thoughts are about Chimamanda. People trying to cancel Chimamanda because of the article she wrote about cancel culture. Anyways, like this video if you liked it. Share this video. If you know anybody that would be interested to hear this point of view. I am Wongel Zelalem. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.